Dan's story is inspiring. It's about second chances, and I'm grateful we live in a community that allows for second chances, but more importantly, we create second chances. I'm also grateful to be part of a community that's continually striving to be better, a community that believes the future can be better than its past. I'm also extremely grateful to have the opportunity to be the chair of this year's United Way campaign. While serving in this role, I've been asked multiple times, why? What made you take on this task? Some referred to it as an opportunity. In all honesty, some referred to it as a challenge. The answer, it's very simple. It's how I was raised. It's what my parents, Frank and Rosemary Thomas, taught me and my 5 brothers and sisters at a very early age. They did it not so much in their words, but by their actions. They were always busy volunteering and fundraising in our community, and my father in particular loved the challenge of a good fundraiser. I'd like to share a couple examples of my parents' selflessness around education. My dad was instrumental in founding GROW, a foundation at Shanley High School to aid in the education of kids. GROW stands for Greatness Requires Our Willingness. It's still in place today, helping move education forward. You see, Dad was self-employed and was most of his life. If Dad wasn't working, he couldn't support the family. And according to family and friends, Dad spent close to a year working tirelessly, getting the foundation up and running and funded, and did so for many years after. My mom was active in many organizations, from hospice to Riverview Place, but again, with an emphasis on education, my mom and some friends started what has become the Shanley Auction. It started as a garage sale with home-cooked hors d'oeuvres out at the West Fargo Fairgrounds. Today, that event raises close to $200,000 a year to benefit education again in our community. I know it's extremely dark in here, but I'd like to ask for a show of hands. And I know we sometimes don't like to do that, but who is volunteering in this community because it's how we were raised? Take a look around. I know it's dark, but this is who we are. I've also been asked why the United Way, and truth be told, I really like the way the United Way operates. Maybe it's the banker in me, but I like the fact that we vet the organizations that we're investing in. In my mind, it works a bit like a philanthropic financial analyst. The United Way looks at the needs in our community, and it directs the dollars to where we think they're needed most. And we make sure that those dollars are being invested in the way that they were intended to, and that the desired outcomes are being achieved. If they're not, we'll look to invest in another partner or another program to reach the goals of our community. I also love that it's much, much more than a fundraising organization. This campaign is such a small part of what we do. It's by no means who we are. The United Way finds solutions where others find barriers. Think about it. We're working across multiple school districts, multiple counties, multiple states, and multiple organizations. Whether they're for-profit, nonprofit, or governmental, we're finding ways to partner. This collaboration makes our community a wonderful place to live and work. The kids in our community are winning because of this collaboration that's occurring. The United Way also creates opportunities for everyone to get involved. Every volunteer plays a significant role in creating lasting change and ensuring that the basic needs of our community are met. If you think of it as if you think of these hundreds and hundreds of volunteers as beams of light and envisioning them all coming together, what a bright and powerful force that can be. Each one of those beams represents someone in our community. It can be a CEO, it can be a community volunteer, it can be a stay-at-home mom or dad, a salesperson, or even that volunteer can be someone who desperately needs the services of one of our partner agencies. Each beam of light represents an opportunity to help. Each beam of light may not even know the impact they're having on the greater good. One of those beams of light that stands out to me, and I've never told them until now, is Kevin Spaulding. I don't know Kevin well, but I've talked to him over the years at United Way functions, and what I've seen is Kevin in action with the United Way. Kevin's here, I think back here someplace. Kevin, you inspire me. And the reason you inspire me is I take great pride in volunteering for organizations that have people that care so much. You see, Kevin's been involved in the school supply drive for 6 or 7 years, and Kevin has been instrumental in the growth and success of that program that gets school supplies in the hands of almost 5,000 kids in our community who might not have been ready for their first day of school without those supplies. This year, Kevin addressed our campaign cabinet at our very first meeting. Kevin told us why he volunteered and why it was so important to not only him, but to his family. The passion he felt and conveyed that day was moving. I know his passion for the school supply drive resonated and inspired not just me, but 50 other people in that room. Kevin will tell you that he loves the school drive because he thinks of his own kids and how blessed he and his wife Brooke are that they can provide for them. Kevin wants to be able to help those who can't fully help themselves. His reach is far greater than he knows. This is a man who deeply cares for others and wants to improve lives. So to my parents and to Kevin Spaulding, thank you for being the ones that inspire me. It is people like Kevin and the hundreds of other volunteers like him who will ensure that we hit this year's campaign goal of $5.2 million. This is a goal, it's a big goal, that you know is based on the needs of our community determined by the United Way and our nonprofit agencies. Will you be the one to help us reach our goal? It will take hundreds of people volunteering to accomplish this goal. And as you heard, you don't need to have tons of money, you don't need to have tons of time, you just need to be the one who cares. You need to be the one who's willing to help in any way possible, whether it's big or small. At this time, I'd also like to thank some of those people who have already stepped up to be the one. The campaign cabinet, it's comprised of over 50 very dedicated individuals helping us reach our goal, the over 40 loaned executives, the 100+ account executives, and the literally hundreds of employee campaign coordinators who are our feet on the ground in the over 650 companies running campaigns. And finally, I'd like to thank Sheriff Paul Laney and Tanya Stendy, my co-chairs. These two people will be the key to our campaign this year and in the years to come. So thank you for your leadership. When we all work together, when we volunteer together, when we unite around community needs and community-approved action plans, we can ensure that we're a community that not only believes in second chances, but a community that creates second chances for people like Dan. From our focus on education to basic needs, the United Way is going to be the one investing in a comprehensive approach. To illustrate how the United Way takes a comprehensive approach to addressing the needs in our community, let's take a look at the 2013 United Way video.